how to stay healthy in America, that is a huge question. You know, ever since we were little, on the cereal boxes that we would eat when we were sitting for breakfast, they would have the food pyramid, and they'd tell you, we're just constantly being told, it's diet, exercise, and water. What you eat, that's what's going to make you healthy. Supplements are also a big thing. There's a supplement for this, there's a supplement for that, and they're supposed to make us healthy. But there are problems with that paradigm. And that is, you know, with supplements, there's really, research shows that there's only 2% bioavailability. And that's the maximum. Some people don't have any bioavailability. And so they're just taking their supplements, their vitamin C or their B12, but they're not getting anything out of it. Guruji tells us that spirit is 99% of your totality, and the brain and body is just 1% of your totality. And yet, when we're thinking about being healthy, we focus on the brain and the body. Do we ever think, gee, am I connected to the God of my understanding when I have the flu? No, nobody ever thinks that. Nobody ever has a cold and worries about, gee, what can I do to nourish my spirit? Nobody does that, because we've been trained, we have been taught by our society to think about our brain and our body and not think about our spirit at all. Everybody harnesses the life force a little bit. Everybody has life force energy, or you wouldn't be alive. But you need to be able to harness it and store it in order to stay healthy. And that's what these life force energy transmissions do. They harness I'm harnessing the energy, and I'm able to deliver it to you so that you're able to use it and be bioavailable, be able to then use vitamin D. You know, vitamin D is an interesting subject because it seems like the human population is losing their ability to harness or be bioavailable to vitamin D. In India, in rural India, where the women and the men are outside all the time, 95% vitamin D3 deficient. In America, it's 85%. In the UK, it's 75%. In the Middle East, these are places where there's tons of sunshine, 100% vitamin D3 deficient. People are losing their natural blueprint. And about the only way to get that is through the Trivedi Effect. The Trivedi Effect transforms living and non-living things. It restores their natural blueprint. One of the things that I've been doing is I've been participating in some science research. I want to validate, that's the thing. I want to validate these life force energy blessings. I mean, anybody can say they can do this, but are they really doing it? Do they have any proof? And so I've been really thankful, really grateful that I've been able to be part of 3 different science projects. One of them was on vitamin D3 because it's such an important part of the physiology. If we don't have enough vitamin D3, we have a weakened immune system. We're tired all the time. We have stress in our lives. We don't, it just builds and builds. I mean, even autoimmune diseases are caused by lack of vitamin D3 and cancer. So it's an important thing, and that was why I wanted to be part of this science experiment, to prove that I can, in fact, increase your bioavailability of vitamin D3. The results of my vitamin D research was 140% increase in collagen, 112% increase of bone mineralization, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about my Trivedi Effect science experiments. One of them, you know, Guruji always wanted to validate the connection between consciousness and the divine. And so he participated himself in over 4,000 science experiments. His research, he has over 350 peer-reviewed scientific research that are on websites, published and on websites at universities all over the world, including Ivy League schools and the National Institute of Health. This whole desire to validate consciousness and the divine, and that has led him down the path of science, has been something that I have admired so much about him, and something that I wanted to do as well. And that's why I became part of the Trivedi Healers, and that's why my science projects have all been done with the emphasis as part of the Trivedi Effect science projects, just to prove this and validate this concept of consciousness and the divine, and how it plays in life, you know, vitamin D3, or inflammation, or immunity, or stress levels. If you check out my webpage, joyblessings.com, you can see the actual results of these science experiments. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Trivedi Effect science experiments. You know, I've been working with Guruji for more than 8 years, and when he is very, very much into the science. He wanted to prove the connection between consciousness and the divine, and that led him down the path of science. What has happened is he's actually developing a new paradigm of science, life force energy science, because we don't have words for what's happening with these science experiments. When he works with state-of-the-art labs in India, the people come out and they say, we can't believe the results. It's a huge phenomena, and it's so amazing and so exciting to be part of these science experiments. One of the science experiments I have done is on vitamin D. Another one with rats proved the increase in immunity and the decrease in inflammation. It also had a 50% decrease in stress. It also proved that I could increase blood cell count. So when you're thinking about a lot of diseases, it's important to know if the blood count can be increased or not. It's been a huge honor for me to be part of the Trivedi Effect science experiments, and I have 12 published papers. You can find out about them at joyblessings.com.